Hello, ITP campers. I'm John Gallaugher. I'm a first-time camper, and during the year I'm a professor at Boston College. And while I'm not an engineer, I do teach app developers, and I run physical computing sessions along with tech strategy sessions for freshman business students. And one of the things my students love doing is making things play, sound, and talk.
Ho-ho! We got rickrolled on a final project.
So I figured I'd run a session where we can learn to be high-tech ventriloquists by setting up sounds to play when a button is pressed, when something can transmit electricity is touched, like a plant. This is referred to as capacitive touch. Imagine making your artwork respond to touch. We'll show you how. Or wirelessly over Bluetooth when you press a button on a free app.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Now, there are a lot of very experienced engineers at ITP Camp. I am not one of them, but this is something anyone can do, even if you don't know how to code. Now, we will look at and modify Python code, but you'll see exactly where you can change the file names and other lines of code to make these projects your own, to play your own files, and to leverage code that's been written by somebody else. Now, this is the device I'm going to use. It's the Adafruit Circuit Playground Bluefruit. It's a $25 device. It's about the size of a Ritz cracker, and it's loaded with technology. There are 7 touch-sensitive pads that can be easily alligator clipped to capacitive touch paint, copper tape, and any substances that can support touch response. Now, it's also got a speaker. It's tinny, but it works. But even better, if you have 2 alligator clips, it's super easy to clip this and play it through anything that's got an RCA jack. That'd work with, say, an external smartphone speaker, even headphones. It would even work with a guitar amp. It's just the input pin used by most guitar amps is a lot larger than standard alligator clips. It also has 10 RGB LED lights that you can individually program. It has Bluetooth support via a free app for iOS or Android. There's an accelerometer that can detect motion, a temperature sensor, a light sensor, a sound sensor. It's open source. You can program it in Arduino, but I think Python is a lot easier. There are a ton of software libraries available. You can also plug this into things like LED strips. It's a really good first board for makers. So I'll put some links for things that you might want to buy if you don't have them already in the description for this video. The video will be recorded too, so you'll be able to play it back if your stuff doesn't arrive on time. But in my session, I'll demonstrate how to set up and get things coding on a Mac. Now, if you have a Windows machine, this will work too, although it's easier for me to support people on a Mac because I own a Mac. I'll put all the files you need in a download folder so you'll be able to download and use them. We'll set up the free Moo editor for Python so you can edit Python programs. I'll also show you how you can download and use the free Audacity program to edit sound files. Now, the device that we're using will only play 16-bit mono 22 kilohertz wave formats. That might not mean anything for you, but if you bring MP3 files, we'll show you how you can use this free software to convert them into the format that you need. It's just 3 pull-down menu steps. One thing to be aware of, the device that I'm using here has very limited capacity. It's a small device, it's only 25 bucks, so you could have a series of sounds that are maybe 1 to 3, 5 seconds long. This isn't the kind of thing where you would play massive sound clips on, though. Think phrases, tones, chimes, beeps, as opposed to songs.
Hey you, open my head, I've got candy.
If that sounds cool, let me know. Also, if any of these goofy projects or app development sound interesting to you, here are a bunch of links. I've got well over 100 tutorial videos online. I started producing these for my own students, but I'd love to see the content reach others. Feel free to reach out. Definitely use these in your own classes if you're an educator. Please share them with others. I'd love to see this content reach more people. I hope we see you in this session, and I hope it goes well. This is my first time. Thanks.